Welcome to the More
One day.
Taco Encounter,
This is on you guys.
where we're analyzing my body image.
If you have any suggestions on how Eric should sit in the middle of us, and we do not ski, so don't
Things
start
are
saying
di-
Hang on,
suggestions.
I want to talk about. I want to talk about body image.
Things are different here than
commenting.
they.
Okay.
So we have multiple filming locations. This is our second location,
Mhm.
the fantastic Nico's Garage, and it's a different setup for me than it was in Joe's basement.
Yeah.
but more natural for you guys.
Yeah, but I think you got screwed both ways though, because even at Joe's house, you had a booster seat,
Because I can't
That is
afford a
true.
third
is true.
stool.
But
and I can't get a third chair.
but it was more comfortable than this.
Listen,
It was
we're on a
more
budget, all right?
Yeah. So
If
gets
you guys
screwed by the
support
budget?
the pod,
I do.
yeah,
we can get some more stuff.
Yeah.
You said body image though, so
Yeah.
something I want to speak to really quick. We were talking just a few minutes ago about The Boys, the show The Boys on Amazon Prime. If you don't
Yeah.
watch it. It's freaking fantastic.
Superheroes on meth,
Yeah,
basically.
it's true.
yeah, just about.
So I forgot her name, but Starlight.
Yes.
We talked about this, I think, when we were in Florida.
Mhm.
So she's like a attractive.
Very attractive
Woman.
young woman.
Yeah, I feel like I know where you're going with this because there's a
Yeah,
drastic change.
yeah. So like when the first season came out, she's been in like other movies and stuff, but like when the first season came out, she was very like plain Jane, right? It was kind of like for her that role too, like worked. So now we're on season 4, and she's had a bunch of plastic surgery done.
She
I
has-
can't tell as much as you guys can.
You can.
I
Oh,
cannot.
dude.
You can
If you look at her cheeks,
Yes.
look at her
What you need to
jawline.
do is you need to look at a before and after.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when you're watching it, you can't tell because there's so
I think
much
there's
gap in
there's
between
gap
seasons.
between
In
seasons.
episode 5, she's like looking at some stuff of like her first like pictures of her from the first season when she was like Starlight, and you can drastically tell there. So like I think everyone suffers from some sort of body image issue, right?
Like
Like,
body
ironically-
dysmorphia, is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ironically, in episode 3, which you have not finished yet, the whole contention against her is about body image.
yes. Yeah, and that progresses too. So everyone's got some sort of body image issue, right? Like everyone's got their thing. Why do I know I have my theory why. I'm asking you guys, why do you think that you see so much plastic surgery in the like people that have the money to pay for it?
I don't know. I maybe it's instilled in, and you see it more with female. And I feel like
Yeah.
growing up,
Although it's more common for men now than it ever used to be.
yes,
correct.
correct. I
Yeah.
think it's getting more
I would agree.
mainstream, if you will.
Mhm.
But you think about the old school Sports Illustrated magazines and all that. Everything was airbrushed. Everything was photoshopped and airbrushed. So females, I feel like they had to look a certain way for men to be attracted to them and for them to feel worth and to feel pretty.
Yeah.
I feel like over time it's turned into like a pop culture kind of thing, and
Yeah.
there's an expectation. But any average Joe man, I'm sorry, I think women are the most beautiful creature on this earth,
Mhm.
and I think that all women have some sort of beauty, all shapes and sizes. And I think that mainstream and TV and all that, I think there's a certain image
Yeah.
that they want, and there's a certain image that people who aren't celebrities feel like they have to look like.
Yeah. I think they're looking at themselves maybe more than like we do.
Social media is not helping either.
Yeah.
Social
no.
media has made it worse.
Yeah.
And our 3 wives, I'm gonna get in trouble for this one.
Oh,
But I-
here we go.
Here we go. The first
This is
first
Eric.
bus throw.
This is Eric.
wrap it
Listen,
up.
Yep.
I'm uncomfortable
Cut.
in this chair. So I'm going to make other people uncomfortable as well. Dude,
Deleted scenes.
I've seen
Yeah.
all 3 of our wives put pictures online, and I'm like, that's not them, because they
Angles and stuff.
glow.
Filter.
It's
it's a Snapchat filter.
They
Oh, I
make
can see
they
Snapchat.
make themselves glow. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like their skin is like emanating things. It's got to be some filter. I'm not smart enough to know how this stuff
Well,
works.
Dude, but that's
and I'm like-
fully accurate.
Why,
I do it.
You do?
Yeah. I know, like all my workout stuff that I post is like the editing app. I make myself a little more tan.
Nice.
Incredible.
I like it.
And then you're gonna hear an echo, but we're gonna stick to it.
That's
we're,
fine.
We're gonna keep rolling.
We're gonna do it live.
We're doing it live. So I make myself look more tan, and then when I post an actual picture,
Maybe this one.
I am 100% editing that. I gotta look
Really?
more ripped.
I did not know that.
Well, and tan lines, when you darken like the lighting or whatever, because you know those filters that you're talking about.
Yeah.
When you start changing that, whatever the filter, if you will, the image, the picture image, the darker images create those tan lines.
Yeah.
Like that, those cuts,
Yeah.
those rips, whatever.
Dude, that's why like bodybuilders, when they go on stage, they wear that like crazy super like the tanning lotion.
Tanning lotion, it gives them the
more ripped.
cuts. Yeah, it accentuates it.
So the girls do the same thing that I do in my workout shit, and they do the same thing with not like saying our wives, but like in general, people.
Yeah.
They use these filters because they make themselves look better, or maybe
I don't get it because it doesn't make them look better.
No, we had this long conversation about
you're not a glowing person.
We talked about,
I'm sorry, you're not a glowing person, and I wouldn't have married a creepy glowing person.
We talked a lot about this when we were on vacation. We'll save that one for a different time. But yeah, I think like people have this image that they want other people to see them like. I'm not saying our wives do that, but like
glowing. I'm not trying to be conflictual. I don't get it. What you described for yourself, you are that's almost an industry. Does that make sense? And
yeah,
very much so. And so because of that, I actually give that more of a pass. Heck, models, that's their job.
Correct.
Well, they're making income from it. Random moms from X town, I don't get it.
But here's the
thing. Don't get it.
But here's the thing: we're being objective right now, and we see that image is created, and that's their industry, right? So those images, like those Instagram models, the ones that we say that
AI.
That person's not real.
They're AI.
Yeah, that person. So
literally 90% of what you show me, I'm like fake.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. But it comes across their feed. An average person is going to come across their feed, and they're like, "Oh, guys are into that. I need to look like that."
Yep.
But it's not a real person.
Dude,
it's not real life.
And guys aren't into that.
No, they're not. But
100%.
It creates
dudes who like
women want to
blow up people in their basement. Maybe they're into it.
A great example of the problem of social media is that the perception that people we've talked about this, I think, in earlier episodes, is that all people think they have to look a certain way. When we were at the beach, Eric and my family and Eric's family went on vacation last week to Florida, hot as hell. But we spent four straight days on the beach. How many guys and girls did you see that are in tip-top shape? I saw one jacked bald dude, not me. That was out there.
You pointed him out to me, and
that was about it.
In total, if I were to give, I'm excluding our wives, if I was to give a rating scale to the people we saw there, 8s or above, again, excluding our wives. My wife's a 10.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Duh.
Less than 5. Less than 5.
Oh, 100%.
Less than 5 across all genders.
100%.
It's you know who's there? Normal people.
Yeah.
Like us. Normal people.
That's what we all look like.
I was just about to say normal people are not 10s. Normal people are
right.
5, 6, and 7s.
Those people,
100%.
Those people,
100%.
Those people that we see on social media, the people you see on Instagram, the people you see on whatever, they are in this like top 1% of the population that look like that. But that's my feed.
But even that is falsely created.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's important, and we are gonna get to this on the pod down the road someday. Each of the three of us, we have different appeals and tastes and appetites or whatever. And so it's like, what is attractive to one individual is completely different. I've told this story to my kids. I've told this story to my students. Anybody who's been in kind of relational turmoil and wondering, like, what should I do? I'm like, I've told that you guys have heard me say this. Why do you want somebody who you're friends with to be attracted to your girlfriend, your spouse, whatever? It's such a huge thing for my students. They need that approval from other people where they're like, dude, my girlfriend's hot, right? And they're like, yeah, your girlfriend is hot. I'd be like, why are you saying that? Are you going to try and steal my girlfriend?
See, that's kind of funny, though. We actually talked about this.
We had this conversation earlier.
You and I talked about this a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, and then we touched on it earlier today.
Yeah, we had a stogie night. That escalated quick, by the way. That was your fault.
All stogies.
Yeah, it was stogies, and it turned into like 4
I
beers.
don't smoke
so
stogies. So
4 beers.
It was a sample pack, and they were
They were
all
really
well
good.
above 6%.
and they're all hazies.
and we had to try all of them.
Yeah, I'm a hazy whore.
So it's not really my fault.
Oh, yeah,
It's
right.
your taste buds.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I
I brought it for you, so it's your fault.
But we talked about it, right? We were talking about I don't know how the hell we got on the subject of it, which is majority of the times that we speak, we don't know how we even get there.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like attractiveness, right? And Kate was actually telling me like that day, right? She saw Nico outside.
you told me.
I think I
about
told you this.
Yeah,
He saw him outside. She's like, he was like doing something. He was tanned up, like freshly shaved, nice beard. Kind of goes back to our conversation a bit in Florida
Oh
too.
my gosh, we'll
get on that.
about that.
We'll get on that. But
they go everywhere.
But she's like, oh, I saw Nico. He like looked good. And I'm like, fuck yeah, he did. Like, you're damn right, my boy looked good. Like, I felt good for Nico.
That's a good dude right there.
Right?
But that is slightly different than what I'm describing.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get there. But like when people, I think like I think like we can all say like at least I can say for myself like I'm married up, right? I think like Kate's a better looking person than I am. But there was like a real stint there where like she was much better looking than I was before I like kind of like found my niche, right? I think we all find that, right? You find kind of like what works for you.
Yeah.
Where people be like, bro, you married up. I'm like, fuck yeah, I did. Like
That's
they're
great.
literally telling me though.
Yeah.
What you said though, they're telling me that your wife's hot. That's what that is.
I guess they are.
And I'm like, yeah, you're damn skippy she is.
And also, I feel like
It's easier when you're married than when you're dating.
True. And you're
Yeah,
a little
that's a
older.
big
Yeah,
thing.
I get that.
we also talked about maturity earlier, where now in our lives, I think our whole circle, we want everybody just to level up.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
there's no animosity, there's no hate, there's no
Yeah.
jealousy. We want everybody to level up. We want everybody to be the best in
There's
our
not
circle.
self-esteem issues.
Yes,
that's
correct.
a big thing when you're young.
Well, there
Yes.
is. There
There-
is.
there is.
But they're
Insecurity.
like
but
they're like
it's
kept aside.
internal.
Yeah,
It's more
yeah.
internal.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things where we want everybody to level up. So when somebody is working on, they're like, yeah, that person looks good. It's more of a compliment as opposed to, are you checking them out? No, because we want everybody in our group to level up.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
they always say you want to be sitting at the table with people that bring you higher.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting at the table with somebody that's going to bring you down with negativity.
We're a
You
bunch
don't-
of Debbie Downers. Yeah, we don't want
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want people to be down here. We all want to move up and
Yeah.
whether no matter what we strive for. And
Yep.
I think that that mindset and that mentality is slowing our culture down because there's a lot of hate and animosity and jealousy, and then that's where you get that whole body dysmorphia. A female or even a man may be jealous of how that person looks on social media, but it's well airbrushed, cropped, whatever you want to call it. The filters, they don't look like that.
It's a perfect situation.
Yeah, but they feel like they need to look like that
Yeah.
to have some sort of credibility,
Yeah.
have some sort of merit, some sort of quality, you know?
Yeah, I think it's like a really good transition. I think that's where like a lot of companies like leverage social media.
They
Yes.
100% leverage it to try and make money off of those insecurities.
100%.
If there's money to be made in some kind of category, somebody's going to.
And there's zero shame in that, right? Like I think that's a great thing, right? You leverage anything, right? Like obviously, like I work with that Arms Race Nutrition, like I work with Clifford Lennox, like those are companies that leverage their clientele, right? Like it's a fitness industry, so they appeal and they put their ads out that way, right? And even like your hat you're wearing.
Yeah, that's one of the new things that you find a company that you like, something that they stand for, right? That's you guys see me. Not that I see some on social media, I'm like, ooh, I found that ad, I gotta follow them. But sometimes you get caught up in like a post, and what they stand for, and sometimes it's something catchy. Sometimes it's like I kind of believe in their agenda, like,
their message,
their message, their direction, whatever they're going into. That's usually what I get into. So that's why I started rocking. This is Cowboy Revolution apparel, dude. Awesome stuff. I like the hat. I mean, we went through all the hats. We like that little rope look. I mean, they have all kinds of styles.
The colors.
I saw it. I had to go with the right way. I mean, I'm a solid color kind of person, but they have everything from. But I don't fish, but I like to say this thing is awesome. I mean, this thing feels. But I mean, you can wear it for just about anything. I was gonna put it on right now, but it was over here. But anyway, but like you get that thin lining, and it's one of those you want to work out in. You can. It's not heavy. You can wear it in the summer, but I have a pond right across the street, so when I go over there, I'm not getting attacked by bugs. It's super light, super thin.
Yeah.
Like it's just good quality stuff. But it's not geared towards somebody, oh, you got to look like a supermodel.
Correct.
It's just your average person, good quality company that stands for, just has a good message. You know? And actually, I have codes.
We got codes.
They even have code. They have
codes.
The Cowboy Code.
The Cowboy.
I like
Code.
that.
Yeah, and this is what I saw when I just saw a post with this, and I just started reading. I'm like, you know what? I can get behind a company that's like that, not into all the crap. So
Right.
if you guys don't mind, I'm going to read some of these.
Read it out loud.
there are 10 cowboy codes for the Cowboy Revolution Apparel Company. So number 1, live each day with courage. I mean,
like that.
That's a good message. That's what caught my eye.
Yeah.
So that's number 1. 2, take pride in your work. Another great message. 3, always finish what you start. 4, do what has to be done. 5, be tough but fair. 6, when you make a promise, keep it. 7, ride for the brand. 8, talk less, say more. 9,
Ooh.
some things aren't for sale. And 10, know where you draw the line. When I read that, that's a company I could get behind.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I would rather rep something like that than just a Hollywood, let me go, what is it? One of those Kardashian companies,
Yeah.
whatever. They have Dash, those big corporations, just because they're Balenciaga, all that crap.
Yeah.
Like, when you start getting to like Prada, like we don't need that. So a lot of those things, a lot of that apparel,
There's no meaning.
there's no meaning behind it. And then you'll see a lot of clothes that are meant for like your average Joes. They're going to have their logo blasted all over it. And they want people to see, oh, look, I'm wearing Prada. I'm wearing this. I'm wearing X, Y, and Z. Nike does it too. They want you to wear their logo. And it's very like, hey, look at me. Look what I'm wearing. But if you look at what a celebrity is wearing when they're on the street, it's like a plain blue shirt, but could still be a Prada shirt.
Yeah.
So they're really not rocking. They're wearing the brand, but they're not repping at that level.
Right.
So, I mean, they're getting paid, but it's like, it's a product that they wear and they're just trying to put out there for all the wrong messages. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So that's why I will rep these guys. I go upstairs, go in my closet. That's what I got.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stuff like that.
I think that's important with brands. That's the same reason why I got behind, Arms Race and
thing.
Clifford, right? It was a good message. It wasn't like listen, everyone's in everything to make money,
Yes.
right? Let's not be
we're not,
silly.
We're not trying to
Yeah.
take away from that.
We get that.
Correct.
100%. That's the world we live in. It makes total sense, right? Everyone's got to make a living. And if you can make a living doing something you love, pushing out a product that you believe in, and whatever else, more power to those people, right? And then if you give a good message to your audience, that's how you gain those customers and that clientele, right?
Yeah.
Become ambassadors for things and whatnot. So that's a great message. I didn't know that until you write it. That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's one of those things where it's like, and that's just everyday living. I mean, we just want to be better people.
Yeah.
I think those are good qualities that we can instill in ourselves, show our children, show people that we live near, that our small community. I think it's just a solid message, like you said. But as far as being ambassadors, More Taco, we are now ambassadors of Cowboy Revolution.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Drop the code if you want some apparel.
Yeah.
Use the code.
More Taco.
More Taco
More
is the
Taco
code.
is the code. So
TACO.
No.
TKO.
we spelled our way.
I'm sorry.
Bro.
I'm cigar.
It's
TA.
cigar.
I'm messed up.
And
If
that is
all
not a
TACO.
haze.
There's
TACO.
a failure today. Blame it on the
It-
cigar.
yeah.
TAKO.
So it's More Taco, how our podcast is spelled. And you go to Cowboy Revolution Apparel Company, use our code. And it's a good brand to get
It's
behind.
cool. When we were looking at, they
Yeah.
have some
Yeah.
they have like your cool, like your standard, like black and grays
Yes.
and stuff. And then they have some more like vibrant
Yes.
colors as well.
Yeah.
The
like
rope
80s
hats
styles.
are, the rope hats are money. I have a Bears rope hat. I love it. And
Yep.
they have a ton of those on that
Mhm.
website. So check it out if you guys are interested.
Yeah, they have some retro vibes. I know Eric likes that retro stuff
Yeah.
sometimes,
Love,
like that
love
80s
me
style.
some.
Yeah,
love
say
me
some
80s.
cash.
Yeah, so that's just one
What's
of
the
those
percentage off if they use our code?
things. I will get back to you on that. I believe it's
Probably
10%. I think
10%,
it's 10%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
That's something
Enjoy
cool.
that product.
Yeah. Use the code.
And more than anything, stand behind something. Stand behind something that matters to you. You know, we got
Yeah.
enough fluff in this world. You know, stand behind stuff that you believe in. I think
Absolutely.
that's an important thing.
But I think kind of going back to social media, what we were talking about earlier. That was perfect timing. What are we calling this segment again?
Not that.
No. Pop
Pop
culture.
culture catch up.
Catch up.
It's a brand new segment. I you guys know I gotta do a voice for it. So
You have
pop culture catch up.
Whoa.
Where are we, like Casey Kasem about
Casey
it.
Kasem with a pop culture catch up.
That was good. I like
that
that.
was pretty solid. I like that.
So pop culture catch up is all about, you know, kind of the three of us breaking down some things we've been seeing around us, things that are going on in the world since we last checked in. It's something we're going to do periodically, not every show.
Right.
But,
Chick is
let's get into that.
Well, can I start off with
What
this?
a weird thing.
Taking over.
Super awesome, but I feel like she missed an opportunity because I had heard that she deleted her account right after that happened.
Yep.
And going back into making money and using social media, I think that money should be more of a tool
Mhm.
and you should use that to better your situation, but not necessarily be worried about living in poverty. Like a lot of people are so worried about that. Like I need more money and I need to have this X,
Yeah.
Y, Z. Money should just be a tool to get through life. It shouldn't be your everything to go after. That's not what makes life.
So you think
makes
she got
life.
off
Correct.
because of money stuff?
No. What I'm saying is
Well, she
got
was
off-
getting blasted.
She was
but-
getting blasted, but what I'm saying is she should have used that as a tool. She should have kept her account and she should have monetized that.
Yep.
She could have really put herself
Just
way
leverage it.
beyond leverage it in her own. She could have copyrighted that saying.
Yeah.
She could have done a lot because look how much apparel's out there now. Look how many like
Memes,
and everything. If she
Oh.
would have coined that phrase,
Could she have?
Oh yeah.
oh, I'm sure she could have.
Dude,
I mean, Momager was again Kardashian. That's a second reference.
damn it.
Damn it.
Listen, we don't like the Kardashians.
No, but I feel
We
like
like
I'm
the- we like-
bashing them.
We like the tape,
Yeah.
but besides the
No,
I'm
even
just kidding.
good,
I'm
but
just
no,
kidding.
wait. That's a good example. That's a good example.
That is a great
That's
example.
how they became millionaires,
100%.
or billionaires, because
Yeah.
they monetized that.
Yep.
They used a situation, and
Yeah.
and whether it was leaked purposely,
Nothing like a
They-
back shot.
they,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's the best comeback story ever. But anyway,
Oh my gosh.
and that's not even mine. You guys, anybody who
We're
pays
back
attention to
on the
memes, you
rails
know where
right
that
now.
came from.
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna
Parks-
use it, though.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
thank
we're gonna
you.
use it. Yeah, thank you.
But yes, I feel like if you capitalize on social media, it's going to go around. You're already on the internet. You're not getting away from it. So your
Right.
name's already out there. Your image, everything's already out there. People will know who you are. You're not getting away from now. She could have capitalized on
Yeah.
it. If she did, good for her. If she didn't, opportunity missed.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you.
There's embarrassment there. I get it.
Privacy. I mean,
Yeah,
got
well,
a
'cause-
she's got a family to.
Well,
think
we
about,
found
too.
out like she's from. Who knows how true any of this stuff is because you just don't know
Correct.
all those sources. But apparently, the Hawk Tua chick is married.
His name's Pookie.
Stop. Oh, it is
Stop.
Pookie.
Yeah.
It is Pookie.
Well, that's what she refers to him
Yeah.
as.
So like, that could be embarrassing for him. Who knows what the hell he does for work?
Correct.
Like,
correct.
we don't know any of that stuff.
Correct.
We don't know if maybe she's already a millionaire. We don't even know.
Yeah.
You know?
I also heard that her father's a pastor too.
Oh,
I don't know how
gosh.
true that is. Again, social media and it's the internet, and everything that's on the internet is real. For
Well,
sure.
yeah,
Do we
yeah,
know
it's
who
all
was
real.
Do we know who was interviewing her? Was it
Some
just a
fella.
random-
It's one
just
of
a
those going
random street?
around, interviewing people.
Yeah.
for
And
clout.
so those people are the ones who posted it.
Originally, I believe
So they do. I'm assuming
like
I-
street
like-
interviews.
yeah, street
New,
interviews.
New
Yeah.
York City, Vegas, all different kinds
Yeah,
of cities.
yeah.
But dude, she's I forget her name, her actual name, but
It was like Kimmy something.
something. She's
don't
like literally taken over the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, she was brought up on
Every-
Rogan.
All platforms.
Yeah, Rogan brought her up, and he's talking about how much he loves when like it takes. And we've talked about this, right? Like our goal, right? Obviously, it's like we would love our podcast to get bigger and do more things with it. It takes one freaking clip.
It does.
She said, "Hawk Tua," and it blew.
Wait, you didn't
That-
finish the sentence because but you don't need to.
Yeah,
But yes, she
spit
said
on
one.
that thing.
Yeah,
But it blew up.
you hear me? Or something like that. I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Something like
But
that.
it blew up, right?
Yeah.
And it takes one thing like that. And I do love that about social media. I think it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Why do you
In
think
some
it,
ways, in some ways though, it's not good.
right? No, I agree.
No,
Like-
it's not.
But why do you think
I
it
don't
blew up?
blame her.
Why do you think it blew up? I've heard this asked a couple times, and I think I know the answer.
well,
My own opinion of the answer, at least. Why did that blow up?
I'm not.
I
I'm.
think I know.
Say it. You better fucking say it.
It's comedy gold. I'm gonna go that route.
I'm gonna say
I
it. I'm
don't
saying
think
it.
that's
Say
right.
it because I know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
but you
because
brought
it's
it up.
true.
Yes,
It's true.
to an extent.
because the dude wants that.
Yeah, they want the Tua.
Not to what I ever say his last name.
Yeah, not Tua.
By the way, that's gonna be the biggest.
Y'all,
fantasy
he
football
screwed
name.
this. Yeah, he's
It's gonna be
Oh,
Hawk
good
Tua.
call. Yeah,
Well,
It's gonna be Hawk,
yeah.
like as in the linebacker.
I sent you guys that.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's gonna be.
I mean,
Hawk.
the memes are just through the roof.
they're
But
kind of funny.
I'm interested to see if she,
Comes
like
back out sometime.
comes was a poor term, but yeah, if
And
she
the back, that was also
No.
it didn't follow up. That was not well
You
thought out.
guys. If I can remove you from the gutter at any point in time,
no, that's
you brought
conversation.
up the segment.
Yeah, you two and everyone.
You're the one who introduced the
yeah,
segment.
you
to us right
hawked
now.
everyone out
Yeah.
here.
You're the one that went in your
I-
microphone like that. So how are you going to blame us?
I
Listen,
think,
it was the cigar.
yeah, it was cigar.
You don't even smoke either.
Yeah,
It
it's
wasn't
rubbing
mine.
off
I didn't
on
say
him.
it was my cigar. It was his cigar.
I'm interested to see, like, if when things die down and things chill out, if she makes a, makes a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. Like, what does she like? Does she pick up her social media again? I don't know.
Probably does one of those changing the names, uses a middle name or something.
But we were just talking about that. One of our last episodes, I think the last episode posted was talked about Clicks Therapy, right? The heating pads and the cooling pads and whatnot for like whatever. They don't have a social media, right? Like our plan was to.
We wanted to tag them.
Yeah, we wanted to like give them some promo for it, right? For some cool product, and we couldn't even do it. Like, not saying we have like this giant following or anything like that, but to be able to put that out there, they could have taken that video. I could have tagged them in it, and they could have posted it on their social media. And who the hell knows? Like, someone could have seen it. Maybe it gives them one sale, one $400 sale.
No, but it takes that one person to see that post.
Yeah,
you never know.
So like that was a missed opportunity for them. Not saying because it's us, but like anyone else that buys that product. I'm sure you weren't the only one that bought. Hopefully, you weren't the only one that bought that product there.
No, there are two people.
You and
Miguel.
Listen, it's a great product.
hey, have you used it on your ankle?
They wouldn't know, but
I did.
You did. Yeah.
See, so
but
you got use out of it, bro.
Yeah, but social media is it's a monster, man.
It is,
and there's so many different avenues, and they all kind of triangulate and go through their things. Or you got Instagram that's kind of linked with Facebook, and then you go on X or Twitter, or the hell you want to call it. It's all over the place. And then you hit the podcast realm, and they're all talking about stuff that they're seeing on
and there's
social media
platforms of that.
Yeah, it's bananas, right? So
it's for me, and this kind of segues into another piece of the pop culture catch up that I wanted to bring up. It's all about doing something unique that's never been done before.
Oh, if you can catch that.
When you're selling a product, when you're saying a phrase, if people can catch on to something that has not been done, they will try. If they're smart, they'll try and monetize. They'll try and do something. And something that happened in pop culture that just narrowly missed being the first time ever was the Stanley Cup final. And for me, in case those of you are not big hockey fans or something like that, I'm a peripheral, fairly large hockey fan, big Blackhawks fan. And
Commodore Rookie of the Year.
He was Rookie of the Year. And if you guys did not watch, the Florida Panthers went up 3-0 in the series, and the Edmonton Oilers won the next 3 games and were within a period of being the first ever professional sports team to come back from 3-0 down in a championship series. It's only ever been done in a series once before by the Boston Red Sox, I believe in 2004 against the Yankees when they won the American League Championship Series. And previous to this, only one team has ever come from 3-1 down, and it was the Cavaliers, LeBron James Cavaliers against Golden State Warriors.
Trash.
Didn't like New Jersey do that against Philadelphia? But it wasn't a championship, but they did in a playoff.
Probably.
Yeah, it was
probably
like 3-1 or
maybe
something
a
like that.
divisional
It does
round
happen,
series
but
or
yeah,
something
you're right.
like
But
that.
in like
It's
that,
never happened.
not in that.
It's never happened
setting.
in the championship
Yes, in that
before.
setting.
And as I was watching it, I remember we're getting ready to go down to Florida. I'm like, oh, we're going to be in Florida when the Panthers win the Stanley Cup. And the entire time we were in Florida,
they lost.
They didn't win a game.
So
they didn't win a game. They lost every single game to
So it's your
Edmonton. We
fault.
came back home.
Yeah.
Honestly, we probably contaminated Florida.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
Definitely.
what do you guys think about moments like that? Not necessarily just specifically that Stanley Cup moment. The Florida Panthers ended up coming back and winning. It was their first ever Stanley Cup. Very cool for them. But like capturing that moment in time. When she said that statement, she was not trying to capture a moment in time. But there are sometimes where people know that they're in a moment in time and they just try to grasp that brass ring, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak right to your soul right now. The Cubs when they won the World Series.
Yeah.
That was a moment.
Yep.
I think that anybody who truly followed the Cubs that year, that was a special year. You just felt it all year long. It was something special that they weren't going to be stopped. When that rain delay happened in Game 7, I feel like that was something that was out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like a divine intervention. Something happened that slowed it down just for this special moment to happen. And I think that's when every Cubs fan realized it's happening. That was one of those.
That was
moments.
a nerve-wracking time because
man,
Cleveland had come back.
Yes,
and Rajay Davis, I believe,
it was
a
him.
former Cubs player.
It was him.
On Cleveland, hit a home run.
It was like a line drive home run.
Off a Roldis Chapman,
and it was
I believe,
barely
right?
over the fence.
It was a line drive.
A line drive, and LeBron. I saw because LeBron and Kevin Love were there at the game, and they're like holding each other, and it was 6-6. And I'm like,
LeBron too much.
Is this happening? And what's hard is like at the time, people forget Cleveland has never won a championship.
No.
Right.
So like and with the film's major league, they're kind of
They have
almost
the same thing.
a figurehead like the Cubs
Yeah.
Mhm.
of like they can't pull it off. So it's kind of cool that they were in that series together.
For sure.
Mhm.
For sure. I think
that was a scary moment for me.
But
as a
that was
Cubs
one of
fan.
those
I was
moments.
freaking
Yeah,
out.
I went up and my oldest, I think she was like, what was it? When that happened?
2016.
So
almost 10 years, 8
yeah,
years
so-
ago.
yeah, so she was 9, 10 years old, and I went upstairs. She had just went to bed. I went upstairs, pulled her out of bed. I'm like, you're gonna witness this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
may not understand what this is, but you just need to.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we sat there and
Those moments are great because I think you can, obviously when you get a little bit older, it's easier to recall that a lot of that. We missed a lot, like the Bulls, right? The Bulls run with Jordan. Like we were still pretty young.
I was in high school because I'm the old fogey of the crew.
No, you weren't, were you?
yeah, we're right behind. We weren't that. I mean, we were 10.
The
We were
final,
10, the
the
72,
final,
10
the
year
So
old.
final
96
three-peat-
was the last one.
No, 96,
97.
97,
Yeah.
98 was the final three.
97 was the 72 and 10 year.
Yeah, I guess you're
So
right.
they
yeah.
went 91, 92, 93.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan
yeah, yeah.
retired, and the Rockets won 94, 95, and then
Mhm.
they won 96, 97,
Yeah.
98.
Yeah.
So like we were still young. I don't, young enough to not appreciate it, right? But
I
can respect
really
that.
appreciated the Blackhawks era.
well, you were in. Oh yeah, same.
Yes.
But like I
Yeah.
think we can all like recall. Like I can recall exactly where I was during that Cubs World Series when they won.
yeah.
I was up in my bedroom when we lived in our townhouse in Pingree. I remember it, right? I had B-dubs for dinner. I actually remember being very frustrated with the day of work on that day. I came home and I think I ate 47 wings by myself because I was so pissed.
That's a
and-
great way to end
Yeah,
the
and then
day,
got
though.
to watch.
Was
the-
it all you can eat?
No, I paid for it. But then I got to watch the Cubs win the World Series. I remember exactly where I was when that happened. I remember literally it was on my memories on Facebook the other day when the Blackhawks won the World Series. Being in a different house at that point
Stanley
and
Cup, yeah.
and watching or Stanley Cup, sorry.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, thanks. And watching that, like you recall all that stuff as you get older, and I think it's really cool moments. And I think it's awesome that you pulled your daughter out to go and see that because it's cool, right? Like
Yeah.
you never know when that's going to happen again. Baseball is a crazy sport, right? You never know. Hockey too. I think playoff anything. There's like two sports that really get me like riled up for playoffs. Obviously, football is a one and done, so that's always there. I'll exclude football from that
Football
list.
always has that aura around
Yeah.
it, but almost it's become over commercialized.
It has.
to me.
It has.
So it's there's less of the essence.
Yeah, I mean,
that
it'll be-
nest in the air.
it'll be
I think that's
great,
why I
though,
watch
when-
college.
Yeah, it'll be
That's
great
why
though
I'm
when
a
the
big college fan
it'll be different when the Bears go to Super Bowl this year, but
and lose to the Texans.
but you go like playoff hockey is awesome. Playoff baseball also awesome.
Yes.
Like
I
the-
won't watch all year until the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like play like
and
what?
really, you just want to pick up in like the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning
Yeah,
because 1 through 6, if you're in the,
Very
if you're
strategic.
watching on TV, the atmosphere it's and what the
yeah. You've
thing-
been to a World Series game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my wife and I, one of our first ever dates was to Game 3 of the World Series, and then the Cubs.
That's how he
ended up
locked it up,
winning
you know
that
what I'm
World
saying?
Series. I
Yeah.
was like, let's go.
Yeah,
Well played, sir.
Yeah.
But
Well played.
I think what
I've
you're
comments.
referencing is actually
Stop.
it's actually the fans.
yeah.
Hockey and baseball stadiums will sell out, and I mean I have Cubs season tickets, and we'll sing the song "Go Cubs Go," all this kind of stuff, and it's great. But the playoff atmosphere
Mhm.
is fever pitch. I remember growing up in the 90s and just turning on my TV every fall, and it was synonymous with fall baseball. Oh,
Yeah.
the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Florida Seminoles grabbed onto it. Any team that is connected to that,
My
now
wife
does
would
that.
mess you up for saying that.
Huh?
Florida State Seminoles. She would mess you up for saying that
Why?
because she's a Florida State fan and she hates the Florida Gators. You just mixed the two.
I thought I said Florida
You
State.
said,
You didn't.
You said Florida Seminoles and that hurt me.
I thought I said Florida State.
Okay.
I'm just messing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
With
anyway, but now I even heard the Kansas City Chiefs doing it.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's,
Damn it.
if she
I
wants to
hate
mess
them
somebody
so
up, they
much.
should mess them
I heard it's
I
actually
hate
in
that dude
it's
so
the
bad.
intro song to Taylor Swift's next album. Oh.
Hey, John, are we almost done with this episode?
Tua.
John, how much time we got left here? We need to wrap this up.
Yeah. Oh, that was gross.
That was terrible.
Damn it.
If you really want to get kicked out of my house, that's how you do it.
You know, by the way,
what? Aren't we going out? Let's go. Let's
yeah,
leave.
as we wrap this, as we get closer to the end of this little segment here, you know how many times we've said comeback in this segment alone? We're in double digits.
Have you been counting?
I have.
You know what? We need to go back and count.
Yeah, we will.
Producer
I
John's
do
gonna
this.
go in and put
Yeah.
a counter
I'm
on
really
the
good.
bottom screen.
I'm good at this. I do this on calls sometimes. We see how many times people say certain words that they're used to saying. So I'm pretty good at keeping count. We were in double digits of comebacks.
And can you throw a Donald Trump in that one where he says that comment?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
More
Yeah.
than anything, we hope you come back and view us next
Oh,
time.
that was
That was
awesome.
good. That was
I like
good.
that.
More time.
I like that.
Oh,
That was
I
good.
guess I'll get in on that.
Yeah, that was good.
That
We'll
that
see you
was
guys
really
next
good.
time.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.